Welcome back. Pro Box on Screen Sport. Main event coming up after this. The chief supporter of the evening, Errol McDonald against Gordon Blair. Get that pencil ready. I'll be giving you the phone number to telephone and find out how you can win a couple of tickets to Eubank Jimenez at GMEX on Saturday. Got the pen? Got the paper? Here you go. 0891 333 545, or turn to page 540 of Sport Text. A couple of very simple questions. If you get them right, you could be in line to be a VIP guest of Screen Sport Matchroom at GMEX on Saturday. That's Saturday. This is now. We're at the Dome in Doncaster, and this is Gordon Blair from Glasgow. A man who has wrecked the odd reputation or two in his time. Rather like Paul Wesley at the opening of this particular show tonight. We've seen him once on Pro Box against Tony McKenzie a year ago when he was blasted out in 5. And for this young man, Errol McDonald, a real make-or-break fight tonight, having his first contest since a sensational stoppage defeat at the hands of Robert Wright in Bury in March of this year. Unbeaten as an amateur and only twice defeated as a pro. Now, Alan Hughes is our regular MC. He's back with us now. And as Gordon Blair gets into the ring, Alan Hughes dusts off his tonsils. Let's hear from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a welterweight contest at 10 stone 9 pounds over 8 3-minute rounds. Introducing in the red corner with the burgundy shorts from Scotland, Gordon Blair. And his opponent in the blue corner with the black and the gold shorts from Nottingham, Errol McDonald. At the weigh-in today, Blair scale 10 stone 9, McDonald at 10 stone 8. Your referee for the contest is Vicky Van of Leeds, and your timekeeper, Barry Pinder.
Those are the two boys.
Just an interesting note is, you know, Errol McDonald, who's fought for a European title, when you come back down to grassroots level, sometimes it can be very difficult to get yourself motivated, but Errol's career, as we all know, is on the line, and he's got to be motivated tonight.
Now, you can see there, Errol McDonald is wearing trainers. You see there, the black trainers. I've never seen that in a boxing ring before, Jimmy.
Well, actually, they look an Americanised baseball boot. He's got a little bit of thingy there, but when he first got in the ring, I thought it was trainers as well, but
now,
it's only different.
I wonder, is that legal footwear?
Out, round 1.
I wonder. We'll have a think about that. We'll come back to that. Round 1.
He certainly looks a big welterweight, this Gordon Blair.
He's a big puncher. McDonald in the black and gold, Blair in the burgundy.
And Errol really needs to get off to a sharp start, make him miss, which Errol's very good at, and not get nailed with anything early that'll offset him until he finds his rhythm and lets his class prevail.
Now, we know that Errol McDonald has got a big punch as well. Magnificent record, unbeaten as an amateur. He was unbeaten as a pro until Jim McDonald on my right went with him to Italy to fight for the European title, and it was a real case of we was robbed, Jim.
Well, he actually got disqualified, Errol, in the last round. I think he was throwing too many punches for the Italians' liking.
We will not tell you what Jimmy Mack said to the referee that night. He said, I don't think the ref will be on your Christmas card list, Jim.
I said to him, don't phone me, I'll phone you.
Exactly. This is an 8-rounder. Chief support to the main event of the evening, Boucher against Loughran.
Out of his 13 wins, Gordon Blair, 8 have come within the distance, so he's obviously, as you've already picked up, Dave, a fair puncher, so Errol needs to be 100% on this case. Errol McDonald has usual neatly attired in his artistic outfits, which he has designed for him.
Well, he's had a long layoff. Best part of 9 months. I'm sure the desire is still there, but defeat against Blair tonight, that really would be something of a dampener. Could almost spell the end of a career, you never know.
He chopped that right hand over there, Blair. It was ominous looking and dangerous, but it's the first early sign of the danger he may pose. I just like to see Errol concentrating on his defensive wizardry and making the guy miss and just coming back with the counters and not looking to have a toe-to-toe dogfight with this boy. There's no value. Errol needs to do what he's good at, which is box, and work that stiff left jab. There you see it.
He does not want to get involved in a slugging match with this guy, because Blair can stop him.
And Blair's got that ominous look in his eyes. That's what he's got in mind.
Well, on the face of it, McDonald should box rings around Blair, but then again, you would have thought the same about Jones and Wesley. And as the old cliche goes, fights are not fought on paper, they're fought on boxing rings.
Well, all I can say, Dave, at the end of that round, it was a very important 3 minutes for Errol McDonald, because to have got that out of the way, he'll be able to relax just a little shade from what he was prior to the opening bell. You know, he's got the first round back in his, let's call it his comeback almost, and he's got through it. And then now, hopefully, the confidence, he'll start to relax, and we'll see the Errol McDonald that we know.
Now, I'm not sure that this is legal footwear. I know boxing boots aren't supposed to have any sort of built-in heel. I've got my doubts about them. I hate to grass on McDonald, but if anybody from the Border Control is watching, I think he might have questions to ask Jim.
I'll never see him.
Just because you were in his corner. Right, controversy. Let's go to Gordon Blair now. He is, as I say, making his second appearance on Pro Box. We saw him against Tony Mackenzie as near as damn a year ago, 19th of November 91. Lost in 5 to Mackenzie at the Norwich Sports Village.
Round 2.
Interesting note, Dave, in Errol McDonald's corner tonight is John Ashton, who fought Sambu Kalambe and also Harold Bomber Graham. So, that's interesting.
You're quite right. I was too intent on looking at his boxing boots.
What boxing boots? That's more like it from Errol McDonald. The speedy left jab, the footwork and the mobility. Leave the dog fights to the dogs. Let them get on with it. As you've already pointed out, Dave, you know, on paper, this guy's lost 8 contests, and really, Errol McDonald should really just treat this as a night's work at the end of the day. But we know after his, big upset against Robert Wright that this is a testing time for him mentally.
Well, this is the 10th time that we've seen Errol on Pro Box, and he just has oozed class in previous contests, and he's fought some good fighters and beaten them, and then suddenly against Robert Wright came unstuck. I mean, Wright bombed him out in 3 rounds. I
don't know what advice Errol would do. He's a smart cookie. Obviously, the best advice that I personally believe he could be given is what he's good at, which is, he's a boxing wizard, and just make the guy miss, pot shot, plenty of feinting, plenty of kid. Just go about his work very, very professionally, and don't get involved in a punch-up. Take no chances. What's important tonight is the victory. Good shots, Errol McDonald. Good combination. 3 shots on the spin. Bang on the target. Because, let's not forget McDonald can sting as well with his shots.
Oh, absolutely. 20 out of 25 inside the distance.
And that'd do his confidence a world of good. It's that little rally there. That was just a touch of the old Errol McDonald there. He'll get better and better as this fight progresses, but he mustn't make no crazy mistakes.
Well, at the moment, he's a good half a second ahead of anything that his opponent does.
Now Blair's tending to plod in front of him, and Errol can absolutely maximise his speed to maximum effect, as he's now doing. Another good round for Errol McDonald.
end of the round. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. Let me again remind you that coming up after this contest, the main event of the evening here on Screen Sport, Eamon Loughran challenging Donovan Boucher for the Commonwealth welterweight title. Right now, we're in another welterweight bout. Errol McDonald from Nottingham against Gordon Blair from Glasgow. And this is something of a comeback for McDonald, been out of action since March.
So Dave, this is a classic. This is the boxer versus the puncher. The puncher, being the Scotsman, is always going to be dangerous, but Errol's the classic boxer, stings himself as well. But there's always that danger. That's what keeps you leaning over and wondering what'll happen if he connects with one of his bombs.
Oh, McDonald turned him well.
Looking.
He's so much faster than Blair.
And when Errol McDonald boxes like this, you can see why it took him so long to face his first defeat. And he can really string it together when he's buzzing.
Just a slip, no knockdown.
Yeah, that was only a slip.
Mickey Van wiped down the gloves, getting any trace of...
I was just about to say, I don't think them boxing boots helped him.
No, well... I guess, as experienced referee as Mickey Van, had he noticed anything amiss in that department, would have done something.
The right hand from Errol McDonald's looking ominous now. He's chopping it over. He touches in. And Blair will be wise to take heed. But as Blair becomes more frustrated, he could become more dangerous himself and throw caution to the wind. So, very intriguing.
Well, so far this is going exactly the script as far as McDonald's concerned.
That's a boxing display.
It's absolute champion class, it really is, because Blair is no mean opponent.
Good shots.
Look at that.
Up and down, the left hook. First head. And that's the top draw, first class.
2 minutes into the round. And once again, masterly display of sheer skill from Errol McDonald.
Just like to see Errol keep a nice tight defence and roll with the shots, because he's very good at making guys miss.
He just clipped with the left then.
Yeah, he picked up by one or two. Just after he's rallied with his own combinations, Errol, he tends to stand there to admire his work and gets caught with a counter. I'd like to see him throw shots and then get on the move very, very quickly. Another good three-punch combination from McDonald. But again, you see, just stay there for a split second and gets picked up with the right hand. But another good round from Errol, you know, he's got his nose in front now and his confidence can only come flooding back as the fight unfolds. I think Gordon Blair now, Dave, he must be thinking to himself, well, what do I do to turn this one round? I've got to start doing something different because McDonald's a little bit too quick, a little bit too sharp, and the only way I'm going to win is inside the distance. I'm not going to outpoint this guy.
No, he is not going to outpoint him, but I think he certainly has it in him to win it inside the distance.
There you see McDonald at his best, turning the guy, throwing shots, getting through with basically one out of that combination of four, but you could see the slickness, the mobility he possesses. It's just the part that we wanted to pick up, the one underneath and then the one on top. There you see it, left hook under and over, which is quality punches.
That was just lovely, that. Worth the price of admission, that.
That's the jab,
Double
back he
hook
goes.
combination.
Now Gordon Blair is going to really try and pull McDonald up short now. He knows McDonald's too sharp, too slippery to just go plodding after. He's got to start letting some shots go. You know, I can almost feel the tension in Errol as he's going through this contest. This guy's in front of him at all times, and Errol knows the guy's dangerous.
Well, you know, at the start of that round, I counted the number of punches that McDonald threw without reply. He got through with something like 14 different shots before Blair tried a counter, which in the event missed.
That's the way to do it. But, you know, you can see all Blair's thinking about is landing one big bomb and hoping that Errol crumbles. In the meantime, he's getting steadily outboxed.
Well, that's the fascinating thing about this contest. He could land a big shot and he could stop him. But at the moment, he's getting a boxing lesson.
He'd probably be the first to agree. He switched temporarily southpaw. Is he going to try and chuck that left hand? Yes, he was.
Slept.
I think you may see Errol comply with switching southpaw himself, which I know he's capable of, but I'd rather see him stick to what he's good at, boxing his orthodox stance, and just go about his work in a professional manner. Just the type of contest, if all goes well, Errol McDonald needs. It really is. He's been kept under pressure. You know, the guy with a fair puncher's record. And he's just pot shotting and moving, boxing intelligently. Not doing nothing erratic. Just pot shotting his way in front. You're on an educated left hand. Another good, positive round from Errol McDonald.
That was really quite a superb round for McDonald, because Blair really did not land a single shot on target in that round.
Yeah, that's what Errol needs to do. That's what he's capable of. This is how he'd treat this guy if they was working out in the gymnasium. Now, Errol, let's not forget, has fought for the European Championship. He's a former ABA champion as an amateur. You know, everyone was mooting for him to go a long, long way in the professional game, and now he's back on the course of re-establishing himself. And tonight, against Gordon Blair, he's doing just that.
As we go into Gordon Blair's corner, coming off a big, big upset win against Howard Clark at Cradley Heath in the Midlands back at the tail end of last month. Clark unbeaten going into the fight between the two, and Blair won in 4 rounds.
Looking at Blair in the corner, Dave, he still looks grimly determined. He doesn't look as if he's given it up as a lost cause. You know, he's going to stick to his task. He's obviously fired himself up for this one. He's probably put himself in this position mentally. And if McDonald goes through the gears and ups the pace, let's see what Blair can respond with.
Oh, good attack this from McDonald.
He wants to end it here and now.
Blair is absolutely bemused, but trying to come back with big shots of his own.
And still stay cautious, though. This guy's still very strong. McDonald mustn't come apart at the seams. He must stay cool.
That was a dazzling attack at the start of the round. Absolutely bewildering speed.
Errol needs to take a little breather now. He's like, put a lot of energy into that. Still there in front of him. Still going to keep coming. Back to the boxing. Back to the jab. Let's get on the move. Make this guy miss. You've had your little flurry. Now calm it all down. Because this guy, Blair's obviously got himself in shape for this one, Dave.
Well, it's a chance to bullet himself up into the top 10 in the British rankings.
That's right. If his last fight was an upset, what would happen here? Now, if all goes well for Errol tonight, he can put the right down as a one-off.
Yes.
But to get back to your earlier remarks, it was a dazzling display of punching from Errol McDonald. Great speed and accuracy.
Oh, the start of the round was
And I'll give
really superb.
Full credit to Blair for coming through it. You know, he's sticking in there, he wants it.
Oh, good right hand. And that's opened up a cut.
It's cut in and he's in trouble now, Blair.
Cut Blair right eye. Mickey Van taking a look at it. Calling a timeout. Right on the cheek.
Let's have a closer look at it.
It was the right hand that did that. Unzipped it.
Stop the contest. I think it'd be a wise move because he's on a hiding to nothing, Blair.
That's it.
McDonald's buzzing.
It's all over. He stopped it.
Very disappointed Gordon Blair.
Stopped in 5 rounds, and that is, oh, well, Blair is disgusted. He's off. And, well, you can understand his disappointment. And you can understand Errol McDonald's elation. A 5th round stoppage win.
Can I use the word, Dave? Relief. It must be a great feeling. He's back now in his own words, I would imagine, with a vengeance.
Absolutely. You get a glimpse of John Ashton, who was in his corner. There's John there, just outside the ropes.
Little scream from Errol McDonald there across the ring of arm.
That was the shot that did it.
And won it because bang, right hand, Dave. The guy's ready to go there, and McDonald didn't need no invitation to try and end it.
Well, we've had some good fights, I tell you, on Pro Box tonight from Doncaster here on Screen Sport. And the main event is next. Donovan Boucher against Eamon Loughran for the welterweight championship, the Commonwealth. Join us for that after the break.